Hi all, welcome to Geneso IT Trainings. My name is Sagar. In this video, we'll be looking at one of the most useful command in Linux, which is nothing but tar. Before I do that, I would request everybody to subscribe my channel. Thank you. So let us try to understand what exactly this command is all about. Tar command, the definition of this tar or the full form of this tar is nothing but tape archive. Let us try to understand what exactly the meaning of archive is all about. Let's look into the meaning of archive. It is nothing but collection of files or directories stored in a one directory. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to collect many files and directories and we are trying to store it in a single directory. And I'm very sure you all might have come across with some blogs of your own interest. And people are really interested in writing some blogs and all. So what they actually do is they keep on writing every single day, they keep on writing articles. And in a month, there'll be a collection of all the files or the articles available on that particular topic. So a collection of all these articles in a single month is called as archive. And if I'm not wrong, if you have really observed some blogs, there'll be something called as January archives and December archives and November archives, which is nothing but a collection of all articles in that particular month. So that exactly is going to be the archive all about. So what we are trying to do here, what if we have multiple files available in a directory? So what we do is, in order to send these files from one location to another location, in order to make it more portable, what we would be doing is we'll be trying to archive all the files into a single file, which is nothing but a tar file. .tar file will be creating it. So when we create this .tar file, which is going to be much more easy to port, you can send it from one destination to another destination. For that purpose, we'll be using it. And by default, whenever we tar or whenever we archive all these files, the size of the directory is going to get reduced. The size of the directory is going to get reduced. So rather than looking at theoretically, let us look into some of the options and we'll move on to the practical stuff of the tar. See, we have, whenever we use this command called as tar, we do have options like C. C stands for creating an archive and X stands for extracting the archive. So creating an archive in the sense, creating a group of files into an archive. X is nothing but extracting that archive into all the individual files again. And F is nothing but you have to specify the file name into which file name you would like to create the archive. And V is nothing but display verbose information. So this is nothing but what all files you are trying to put them into the archive. So all the files will be displayed on the screen or on the terminal. And T stands for whenever you have an archive, let's assume that you have an archive, a group of files, and you would like to see what all files are available inside that particular archive. So then we'll be making use of the T option. And Z is nothing but a gun zip, which is going to furthermore compress all the files and it is going to reduce the size of the all the files and all. So let's look into practically and we will try to understand how this tar command is going to work. So let me open my Linux server. So this is my Linux server, which I have already logged in. So let's look at ls. I don't have any files available inside the root's home directory. And you need to observe that I'm working as a root user because I would like to archive some files which have the ownership of the root. So let me look at, let us try to understand what files are available inside a directory called /etc. ls-l and /etc. I'm trying to understand what files are there. ls is a command which is going to be used to list all the files and directories inside this particular directory. And the moment I press enter, so all these files are available inside the etc directory. Now, what if I would like to send all these files, or what if I would like to archive all these files into a single file? Now I want all these files to be archived into a single file. Then I will be making use of a command called as tar. So let us try to look into it practically. How do we archive them? So with the help of a tar command, see, simply tar and give a hyphen and give some options. And the options are going to be C, which stands for create an archive. And you're trying to say to this tar command, create an archive, and V, which is going to display the verbose output or verbose information. Whatever files you are trying to archive, everything will be displayed on the screen. And F stands for into which file name you would like to archive them. You would like to group them into all the files, you would like to group them into a single file, and what is that file name, that we will try to specify it here. So tar-c stands for creating an archive, V verbose information, F specify the file name, and space, and here we will be trying to specify the file name that we are trying to create an archive for. So what I would do, I'll try to specify a file name, any name of our choice. So I'll try to specify genesso.tar. This is going to be the extension that we have to give it for the tar files. .tar file is going to be the extension. So this is the name of your choice. So all the etc folder files and directories, where would you like to compress, where would you like to archive them? Into this file, I would like to archive them. I'm trying to archive them into this particular file, and give the space. This is the name of your choice you're trying to give it. Now give the source path where you would like to, from where you would like to take all the files to archive. So what is the directory that we are trying to archive it? We are trying to archive etc directory. We are trying to archive this etc directory. Now what we are trying to do here, all the files that are being available inside this etc directory, all those files will be grouped into a single file called as genesso.tar. So let me press enter and see. So look at this. Because we gave the option as -v, V stands for verbose output. That is going to display all the information of the files that are going to be archived. So now let's look at ls. The moment you look at ls, we have a new file that is going to be created, which is nothing but genesso.tar. This is going to be genesso.tar. So what if I would like to extract the contents of this file? If I extract the contents, what files are available inside this? All the files that are existing inside etc directory are available inside this tar file. So how can I extract it? How can I do it? So simply make use of the tar command. Again, -x stands for extracting the files from this archive. X stands for extracting the files from the archive. V, display the verbose information, display every file that is getting extracted on the screen. And F, and the file name, which file would you like to extract it? That you're trying to specify it here, and give a space and the file name and genesso.tar. So we are trying to extract all the files that are being available inside this genesso.tar, and let's press enter. The moment you press enter, let's look at what all files are available. ls. So look at this. Inside this genesso, what is that we have archived? etc directory is being archived. So etc directory is being available here. So the original etc directory will always remain over there. Wherever it is available, it will remain constant. But inside this, a new archive has been made of this etc directory. Now we have untarred, we have extracted all the files that are available inside this archive, and it is nothing but etc directory. So let me navigate to the etc directory now. etc, and let's look at ls. See, look at all the commands that are available. That's still available here itself. Again, we have extracted them here, but we do have the original file cd/etc. This is going to be the original file. See, you should be able to understand the difference between these two actually. So this is nothing but tilde symbol represents the user's home directory. Under the user's home directory, we have this etc directory which is extracted, and this is nothing but directly the actual etc directory, which starts from the root and the etc. And look at ls. So we have the files available over here. So what I'll do, I'll navigate to the root user directory, tilde symbol, and look at ls. I have genesso.tar and etc. Let us try to understand what is the size of this particular tar file now. So here you'll be learning a new command which is du-sh. So let's look into the slide here. We have a command called as du-sh, so which is going to display the summary of the size of that particular file. So what is the size, and what is the size of this file? It is going to get displayed. So du du-sh, S stands for summary and H stands for human readable format, and space and the file name geneso.tar, and press enter. The moment you press enter, this file, the size of this file is nothing but 3.7 MB. 3.7 MB. What if you would like to compress? Now you have archived it into geneso.tar. Now you would like to archive the etc directory. Now what we will do is we'll try to archive the etc directory. Along with that, we'll try to compress all the files to make sure when we compress it, the file size is going to get reduced. So for that, we use something called as Z option, which is nothing but a gunzip, which is going to help us to compress the files and reduce the size of the archive. So let us look into it. How do we create it? Tar space hyphen C Z. C stands for creating the archive. What type of archive we are trying to create it? Gunzip archive. So we are trying to compress and reduce the size of all the files now. So whenever we use Z, which is going to create a gunzip file, gunzip file. So Z and V and F, and C, V, F are going to be constant as in my previous example that I have explained. But Z is going to be a new option which is going to help us, which is nothing but a gunzip, which is going to compress the files and reduce the size of all the files and give us an archive now. So let's look into this now. -CZVF space, and onto which name you would like to archive it. I will say etc.tar.gz. So this is going to be the extension that we have to give it. So etc is the file name that I'm trying to give it. Any name of your choice you can give it. So this etc is any name of your choice you can give it. .tar.gz I'm going to give it here, and space, and say the directory, which directory or which files you would like to archive it. What are the files and the directory that you're planning to archive it. /etc/ and enter. See, the moment you do it, the moment you use this command, let me press the up arrow button so that we'll get the previously executed command. The moment you do it, it is going to create an archive with all these files of this particular directory. So let's look at ls command. See, look at this. I have a new archive which is compressed now. The difference between this tar and tar.gz is nothing but this is a compressed file. This is a compressed one. So if I look into the size of this compressed file, so let's look into it. Du is the command -sh. So this is a new command you're trying to learn it now. Du-sh, the summary of it and human readable format. So you should be able to understand what is the size of this particular file now. So etc.tar.gz. I'm trying to understand what is the size of this particular compressed archive. Enter. See, look at this. It's 764 KB. It's 764 KB. What if I don't compress the file? Let us look at directly only the archive now. Du space -sh geneso.tar. See, look at this. The size of this is going to be 3.7 MB. 3.7 MB. So this is one of the usage of tar command. So you will be able to compress the file and archive them into a group of all the files into a single group with a specific file name. So whenever you use GZ, it is going to compress further. All the files will be available, but it is going to actually compress it. That's it. It is going to compress it, and you'll be getting the compressed file, and which is of a less space. And let's remove this directory. rm-rf etc. I have just removed it. Let's look at ls. Now what I would do is I'll try to untar this. I'll try to untar them. So I'll be using the command tar -x stands for extracting. Z stands for what type of a file. It's a gunzip file we are trying to refer it. You extract, gunzip file. So extract gunzip file. VF are going to be constant, again the same thing that we looked into the previous example, and the file name etc.tar.gz. Let's press enter and look at ls. Now whatever the directory that is available inside this, that gets extracted, and all the files will be available inside this directory. So tar command is going to be used to archive all the files. You'll be archiving all the files, and you can use it to compress them and you can ensure that the size of the file is going to get reduced. So where can you really see them actually? Where can you see them? Let me open the Google and I'll try to show you where you will find these tar.gz files mostly. Whenever you have certain packages you would like to download it, whenever you have certain packages you would like to download it into your local machine from the internet. So let's say that I would like to download Tomcat into my local machine. What I would do is, we will not look at how to download it. I'll try to show you the Tomcat file which is being archived in the internet. So let me go to the Google, and let's say Apache Tomcat download. And let me open the first link that is being appearing here. And let's scroll down and see here, download section. We have a Tomcat 8 version. I'm trying to open it. So here you will be able to understand, okay, this is a kind of a package that you have it. This Tomcat 8 version is available in tar.gz file. So from here you can take it. This is a compressed file. You can take this tar.gz file and you can put it into your Linux machine. In my next video, I'll be talking about how to download this file and how to extract the contents. Extracting the contents, you know it very well. With the help of a tar command, we'll be doing it. But in the next video, I'll be explaining how to download this particular file into your Linux server. I think this is how tar command works, and which is extensively used to archive the files or directories into a single file. And a simple way, these are the syntaxes and we can make use of them. And with the help of a du-sh, you can understand the file size and you can understand the importance of the tar command, how do you archive it and all. So I hope I made it very clear with respect to this video, with respect to this command, tar command. And I'm really thankful for watching my video. And I would request everybody to subscribe my channel. Thank you.